What's up, YouTube? How is everyone? I hope good. I'm Sunny with Healing Power Divine Universe, and I am here with a reading on who is TM, and is he the father of the hidden baby, and why did a son lie for his parents? Before I get started, I ask if you have not subscribed to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified when I upload more videos. Hit that like button and share this video if you think others can benefit from my messages. If you would like to donate to my channel, there's a link below. For everybody that is donating, I am receiving it. I really appreciate it. I love you all so much. So let's figure out what the fuck is going on here. I'm going to start with my channeled messages, which are through automatic writing, and then I'm going to move on to my tarot cards and oracle cards. Okay, so you are never to doubt your psychic abilities again, as they are now ready to arrest a man, woman, and their children for hiding a baby born addicted to heroin. Why? Because this God's angel is a Down syndrome baby that they hid from a community, as the father is a county commissioner and also a man who cheated on his wife, and they hid a baby from everyone by saying it was their son's. The wife was aware something was not right, but then again, come the fuck on. They know, you know the truth now, as your videos are saying things nobody could know, and they are now admitting they conned you and others out of money, and you are not sick, they are, and are seriously going to get into big trouble, as they have conned a community so bad that people are pressing charges left and right. They have married people only to get their information to steal their identities so they could make money off of them, and have taken everything they have worked so hard for. They are not in jail, as they are not going to go, but now are, as a child finally broke and told a man he was married to that he is not gay, he just wanted this man's money. And he is pressing charges today. And so is a woman that was married to this TM, along with a man that was living with a crazy woman who was still married to TM, and they had a child together that they conned people into believing was their son's. So they could continue this lie, but a psychic knew right away that something was seriously wrong, as this angel was a Down syndrome baby. So she reported it to the local police, and this police officer didn't even go check, as he also was conned by a county commissioner and said, no, that woman is crazy. So the officer instead put a no trespassing order on this psychic. This officer was involved bad up until there was a domestic violence call from the same residence, and the woman was holding a Down syndrome baby. That was the same name the psychic reported, and the same officer was called to this incident and knew at that moment he was lied to. So he took the people to jail, and the baby was taken to the hospital as she was almost dead, as she was starving to death. The officer is not pressing charges on the man involved, as he was trying to stop this woman from sacrificing this child to the devil and using a Ouija board, calling in the devil to make the baby's soul, or to take the baby's soul, excuse me. So the baby would not be human, but God is here and said, no way. TM is the father and is now being charged too for child neglect, and now many other crimes too, along with a son that is tremendously sick from poison, so they said, but is actually a heroin addict like his mother too. This psychic's child also was found not in Rawlins, Wyoming, as she was taken away to help her heal and to get her better from brainwashing and a toxic relationship with a woman that sold her for sex and drugs, and to make an innocent woman look bad to a community. But this community started to see the truth when a psychic was arrested, and no one would bail her out, as they claimed she was crazy and a drug addict, but was sick from poison and was being raped by a cult leader who had bought her. She is now just finding this out too. She is a hero, as she has fought a hard battle to prove this, and finally has won. Thank you, God, angels, guides, and ancestors, and my beautiful mother, too. And thank you to this woman making this video. Okay, so those are the channeled messages. Let's move on to the tarot and oracle cards. I'm not trying to rush through my videos. It's just that they're taking so long to upload. And if they're too long, then they take almost over, more than a day to upload. And these messages need to be presented as soon as possible. So please ignore me if I'm talking fast. Plus, I had coffee and I have ADHD. So it doesn't really kind of fit into my body's functions. But I said, fuck it, because it sounded good. Okay, so these people were creating this smoke, creating smoke and mirrors to cover up what the fuck they were doing. They were accusing a woman of being crazy. They were accusing a woman of being not a good mom because these people are fucking criminals. They have addictions that need to be addressed. They're hiding a baby. We're talking about corruption in a small town, a very small town in Wyoming, Rawlins, Wyoming, by the way. That is where I live. This is where I was born, and this shit has gone on way too long. My grandfather, or my step-grandfather, that was a human trafficker, had purchased my grandma as a slave, and he also was a county commissioner here for many years, and in Cheyenne, Wyoming for many years, and was extremely corrupt. So what they do is they arrest innocent people. They try to spread rumors and lies against people if they speak out. My life has just been tremendously just in an uproar for many, many years because I am a human trafficking victim and I refuse to allow anybody to sell me. I refuse to be raped. I did as a child too, and my family has hated me ever since then. We have the Princess of Cups. So this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is, somebody wanting to make a love proposal, or what I'm feeling from this card. There were people that were jealous of this Princess of Cups. People were wanting to make love proposals to her. People were finding her very attractive. They were liking her uniqueness. In this small town that I live in, these women here are just not, they're fucking crazy because they're so insecure with themselves that if somebody that comes into this town that is, a pretty woman or somebody that has something to offer these men besides what the fuck they're offering them, they start to spread rumors, lies. They kind of, gang up on this person. They'll do anything and everything. This is a case of a woman being extremely jealous of this Princess of Cups. But in reality, people, jealousy is nothing more than the devil. So if you have a jealous streak, please turn to God. Ask God to help heal whatever wounds that are creating you to be jealous, so then you can allow anyone and everyone to be who they are, not to have to grade themselves to fucking be able to fit in. We're not causing grief and pain in people's lives to hinder their growth because we're jealous of, this person. We have the Empress. So again, there was an Empress involved in this. This Empress is definitely, I believe, this Princess of Cups too. This could have also been a child that they took to really make this mom look bad too. That could be definitely another scenario here. But this Empress is, she's been through traumatic things in her life. She's been on this fucking journey that most people, all people except her could make it through. That's why she was chosen to go on this journey. That's why she is the Empress. This, people in their readings, everybody always says this is a sign of Libra. Absolutely not. That I don't really want to say signs when it comes to the main oracle cards or tarot cards. Hold on just a minute. They were creating smoke and mirrors against this Empress. Well, you know what? You don't fuck with an Empress. I'm sorry. My guides were like poking me and saying, what the hell are you saying? No, they weren't. They're just being goofy today. They were jealous of this Empress is really what it is, and her child. Because they're nothing more than this cup of love. They offer everybody a cup of love. They're very unconditionally loving people. They're very beautiful. And a matter of fact, this is this Empress's child, because when I look at this picture now, it is representing my daughter. I know that I'm this Empress. I don't care if people fucking laugh or not. My story is definitely coming out, and people will see exactly who they've been fucking with here soon, really soon. We have the third house perception. So they were definitely creating smoke and mirrors, changing the perception of what the fuck was really going on in this situation. This is speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussions, surroundings, and sociability. This is a sign of Gemini, so Gemini is strong in this reading today. We have freeze, put your hands into the air, LOL, arrested, and no bail. So these people, again, are going to be arrested for the crimes that they have been committing, and also for hiding a Down syndrome baby. Uranus, revolution, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rapture, edge, diversity, lightning, a sign of Aquarius. So an Aquarius is strong in this reading today. Now, there's a lot of participation. There was a lot of participation to create the smoke and mirrors, but now it's turning around. There's a lot of participation in this community to clean up the fucking mess that they have allowed for far too long. We have manipulation through sex, drugs, false reports, money, and properties. So corruption. They were using all those things to manipulate people, to keep their mouths shut, to be able to get away with what the fuck they've been doing here. We have the Emperor. So we have the Empress and the Emperor. So this Emperor could be definitely a corrupt fucking man that was in power. I don't really feel like that. I feel like this was a divine feminine and a divine masculine. That also the jealousy of these sick people, they were trying to keep them apart. This Emperor stepped into his power. He healed himself. He allowed the smoke to clear from, the smoke and mirrors that these people were creating. I feel that this Emperor was friends with his family, grew up with this son, is what I'm hearing, is what I know. I'm not hearing. My intuition's telling me that. I don't like to say hearing because we don't hear. They don't talk to us. It's our intuition. It's our psychic abilities. So I want to make that clear. I hate when I say that, to be honest, because I really find it ridiculous when I hear other readers saying that, because we don't hear. Like when a psychic sits there and says, okay, God told me. People, I'm so connected to the higher power that I don't hear shit. I channel through a spirit board, not a Ouija board. Not a Ouija board. And I don't recommend anyone using a spirit board either, unless you are connected to the higher power and your guides are guiding you to, because the devil taps into that. Does not tap into my spirit board, I'll tell you that right now. And if he happened to, I definitely am powerful enough to get rid of him. So I do not recommend that. That's why this woman that was using a Ouija board to call in the devil to take her daughter's soul, and to also, cover up all the shit that they've caused, all the smoke and mirrors they've caused in this case, because I know it's being investigated. The thing is, people can draw energy from the devil, but you have to sell your soul to the devil. So the devil's going to come collect, and that means that God himself is coming to collect you, not the devil. God himself is going to collect you, because if people are aware or not, the devil is God in a different spirit form. People, think about when we talk about the devil and God. Who created us? Why would God ever allow another spirit to ever be more powerful than him? He wouldn't. He allows ignorant fucking people to believe that. He allows ignorant people to believe that calling upon anyone besides him is okay, until, it's time for divine timing to come in and rip their fucking souls apart. We have the Four of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is somebody you can see. This man is stressed the fuck out. There's somebody, there could be a child or somebody trying to offer this man a cup of love, or this man is seeing through the smoke and mirrors. This man is stressing because more than likely he was a victim of these fucking fucked up people. Definitely he is not wanting to leave. He could have been in love. He could have been definitely spelled to be in love. But see, again, the smoke and mirrors that have been created in this situation are definitely clearing out. These spells that these people have been using against people might have been able to hit them for a while. But then again, if you are anywhere near a chosen one, anyone that's connected to the higher power of the light that is very powerful, those spells are going to be broken. These people have been, living a life of boredom and discontent, and they're fucking sick of it. And it's caused by these people, by these criminals, by these, people using and abusing other people. It is going to allow growth after this is done. These people have really taken a lot from people, which is, very, very sad. They've taken people's abilities to be able to have growth. They were having tons of growth because they were stealing people's money, people's IDs, identities to be able to be rich. Well, again, that's turning to the devil. We don't ever steal. Please, people, if you do not do that anymore. For one thing, it's hurting our economy. It also is definitely being linked to the devil. You hear about people that have money and they go to Walmart and they steal something and then turn around and take it back. Why steal it if you have money? So they can have more money. That's only the devil knocking on your fucking door. We have the Queen of Swords. This is a Libra. To me, the Queen of Swords is a Libra. It is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs. This is who was involved in this. This queen thought she was just the shit. She was the most insecure fucking person in the world. She is definitely a heroin addict. She thought that she had the power to cut anything and everything out of anyone's lives, including her own. But what she did is she was so jealous of this woman, of this empress. She thought she was more powerful than the empress, and that bitch is finding out that she's not. She's going to find out really quick, and she is right now. Two of Pentacles. This came out in, three or four of my readings now in a row. They've left people having to juggle their finances because they were so greedy. They didn't care about anyone. We're talking about a county commissioner that should have been, helping people, not hindering the growth of people. They were linked to the devil. We're talking about a cult. We're talking about people that worship the devil, that were using spells. People, again, I want to say, if you are using spells or black magic, please fucking stop. Because not only are those spells being reflected off of whom you're putting them on, they're coming back and hitting you times whatever percentage God chooses, or the devil, however you people want to put it. You can just, put it to whatever resonates with your beliefs. I don't want to change anyone's beliefs. But there's a loyal friend here that is bringing a sack lunch to somebody. So there could be somebody bringing somebody that has had to juggle their finances for a long time, something that is good in this bag. Also, there's two ships back here, and that means that their ships are finally coming in. They're no longer going to have to juggle their finances. I also see the yin and yang sign on this gentleman's hat. So there is maybe a relationship, or somebody, it could be a empress and a emperor. So this emperor or the empress might be coming in to help this person stop having to juggle their finances after being conned. You never know who's conning you. You need to pay attention to your finances if things aren't going right, especially if you are a human trafficking victim. They are stealing our lives, people. They steal our monies. They steal our properties. They don't want us to advance. They are just con people. They're just, linked to the devil. They're devil worshipers. They are sick, sick fucking people. Please, 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 if you are curious about your taxes, if you are a human trafficking victim, contact the IRS. I know they're investigating mine tremendously. Please have them investigate yours. Contact the CIA, the FBI. Don't contact your local police departments. Please don't. We have the ninth house seeking for foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, polygamy, I can't ever say that word, I'm sorry, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, risk-taking. This is a sign of Sagittarius. We have slander. So they were using slander to slander another person's name. Again, there was a psychic that they were trying to make look crazy. They were trying to slander the psychic's name so nobody would listen to this psychic, and people were finally starting to, make their way through all that smoke and mirrors and say, wait, this psychic is making a lot of fucking sense, because that's what's happening here. The outsider. They made this psychic the outsider so nobody would listen to the psychic. They put her outside this gates. But this psychic, and they started as this person was a child. They started because this child would fight back against whatever their family was doing. The psychic finally realized, if you can see it, that this lock was unlocked the entire time. The psychic unlocked that and walked right through that door and said, you know what, motherfuckers? You're not going to make me the outsider. People are going to hear me loud and clear. The world's going to hear me. The world's going to see what the hell has been going on with all that smoke and mirrors. And that's what they were trying to prevent since this person was a child. We have dirty, nasty, stinky dick. Yuck. So these people, what that means is that these people fucking stink. Take a fucking shower. I am alone 24 hours a day. I get up, I take a bath, I take a shower. I don't care. Nobody needs to be around anybody that stinks. But this is people that are sleeping with numerous people. They're spreading STDs. They could even be spreading AIDS. So be very careful who you're sleeping with. They were causing the Ten of Wands burdens on other people. Well, their karma is reflecting right back at them. What we put out into the world is what we reap right back. They're now going to start carrying all these burdens. But you know what? They didn't choose God, so God's not going to help them put all these wands down. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But they caused all these burdens on innocent people because they were greedy, because they were devil worshippers, because they were involved in a cult. No more, no more. The innocent people are finally going to be able to put down all those burdens, and these people will have to carry these burdens the rest of their lives. Let alone people, when we do stuff like that, we create generational curses that will make your children, your grandchildren, their children, and so on, carry all those burdens for the rest of their lives. We have the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is somebody that offers a cup of love all the time. There could be, it could have been jealousy. These people were offering false cups of love to people only to steal their money and their identities. Sign of Libra, balance. The scales are being balanced. There's 3 people involved. They listed 3 people. TM, a woman, a heroin addict, and a son. So there's 3 people that are finally going to be the ones that are in trouble. They're balancing out these scales. There could be a man doing it. It could be a whole community. It could be a woman. But they're almost there. Because see how the scale is off just a little bit? They're in the process of balancing out these scales finally. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We have the Two of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is a twin flame union. So again, it could be regarding the Emperor and the Empress. I think that these people were jealous of this relationship. They were trying to keep 2 people apart by spreading lies, rumors, by maybe giving somebody a stinky, nasty dick. They could have been saying that the Empress was spreading disease or vice versa. Who knows what people say. What I think was happening is there was the Queen of Swords that was thinking she was more powerful than the Empress. So she was sleeping with a bunch of people, then saying that, they would come up with STDs and so on, and they were blaming this Empress or this Emperor for spreading disease so nobody would go around them. They were wanting them to be the outsiders so people wouldn't hear exactly what they're saying. And this community is finally opening their eyes. So we have the Seven of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now they're having to defend their position. They're having to come to overcome obstacles. What we put out into the world, what we put, in front of other people, what we create for other people is going to hit us, but whatever percentage back. So if God decides 10%, 20, 100, 1,000, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And there's no 1,000, 10,000 is what I meant. These people are having to defend their position finally because they were making other people do it that were innocent people in this whole situation. So now the world's seeing them. They're being able to see that they were creating these smoke and mirrors, and that these people were the bad people, the corrupt people, the criminals, and the people over here that they were talking shit about, making look bad, spreading rumors and lies and slandering are the innocent people. And now these people over here are having to defend their position. We have sixth house craft. And right away, I see these bottles. I feel that these people were also drugging people. They were also poisoning people because that's how greedy these people are. We have work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, method. This is a sign of Virgo. No more teeth. So again, we talked about addictions. These people's teeth are falling out. They could have been trying to spell somebody to have their teeth fall out because they were accusing them of being a drug addict. They could have been spreading the lies and rumors that somebody's teeth were all gone. But in reality, I feel that their teeth are now starting to fall out. Again, that's what happens when we use black magic and spells upon people. We wish people to be ugly, to be fat, to be, disgusting, to stink. Instead of that person receiving those spells, they're being reflected off that person and hitting those people by whatever percentage that God decides. Not the devil, God decides. First house self, physical body, outlook, self-image, life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self-awareness, arrival, expression, gateway, entry point. This is a sign of Aries. So an Aries is provident in here. We have abuse, stop abuse, brainwashing people, cult, religion, religious organization, fake minister, family members, spouse, and friends. So they have been brainwashing people to, believe religious beliefs. People, and I'm sorry if people get offended by this, is nothing more than a cult. We do not have to go into any fucking organization or a building to worship the higher power. Honestly, the higher power would prefer us not to do that. For one thing, we watch these people that get dressed up one day a week to go praise God, to go, go be these perfect people, or, present themselves as these perfect people. Dress their families up and then go home and drink beer and shoot up heroin and fuck everybody in town. People, stop. This is brainwashing. This is even traditions, generational traditions that need to be broken. We don't have to do that. We need to be grateful and thanking the higher power each and every day. And the higher power, by the way, consists of God, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, and our deceased loved ones, obviously our ancestors. When I talk to the higher power, I always represent all of them because they're all here with me. They're always helping me. They work for God. God is always here with us, but they also help us, guide us. They help us when we're struggling. They give us advice. You need to realize that we don't need to go listen to somebody preach a fucking fake Bible. Come on, people. You read that shit and it's not even real. I mean, God isn't represented as that. God isn't this spirit that's perfect. God created us to be who we are. Now, of course, we can take the path down to the devil, or we can take the path to God. If we stay on the path to God, then of course God is always going to be here with us. When you choose anything to worship over God, then that's when God steps back and says, you know what, motherfuckers, go right ahead, because karma's a bitch and divine timing hits eventually. 10 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This was all about money. They were just fucking greedy people. But in reality, what happens is, yeah, they get to enjoy what they were doing for so long. What we do in the dark, people, always comes to light. Remember that. But it's all about money. Well, their money is now being taken away because divine timing is here. The last card I pulled is the Lovers. Sign of Gemini. These people were, they were with more than one person. They were using people. They were brainwashing people. They were using sex magic. Now, when I say that, sex rituals, this is probably the sickest thing that people do. They literally use their bodily fluids to perform these sex rituals. They're putting menstrual cycle blood in people's food. They're putting their semen in to draw in these people. They also do that so they can sleep with more than one person. It's disgusting. And unfortunately, they do it even in restaurants. So I want people to really remember that. God is here, though. God is stopping all this. God is bringing this to the light. I know a lot of people think, well, I don't want to be in a serious relationship. That's fine. But make sure you're upfront with people about that, because, I'm the type of person, I do not sleep around. Even though they tell everybody I do, I do not. I do not date more than one person. I'm not that way. I am a godly woman. I do have my own beliefs. I'm not trying to put anybody else down. But when you have more than one choice in love, you need to be honest. If that's what you're deciding, don't hide it. But these people had many people that they were sleeping with, which was spreading disease, maybe even AIDS, but a lot of STDs. So with that being said, that is who TM is. This county commissioner is caught. They've been using corruption to cover up this for far too long, and a psychic spoke out, and the psychic still is, and this psychic is not going to shut up. Everyone have a beautiful, loving day. I love you all so very much. Peace and blessings. And again, people, please remember to show your gratitude to the higher power, and again to your angels, guides, ancestors, and of course to my beautiful mother, Cora. I love you so very much, and a God himself. Love you all. Take care.